very shaky video, but I thought you'd appreciate this rather than nothing, as it's a vlog to update you on how I'm feeling and what's going on. Hope you guys are really well. I know you guys have been so lovely messaging me. Thank you, Lucinda and Maria and Jem and all that, and Kathy. I love you all, and Katrina. I love all your messages. There's loads of people to mention, but thank you guys so much for just checking in on me, seeing how I'm going. I really did think I might get a late BFP, but in my heart of hearts, to be honest, I did think I was out. I'm not gonna lie. I thought there might be a glimmer of hope because of the timings that we did it, but I had symptoms that can really correspond and relate very well to PMS. So if I don't look at the camera, it's just because I'm going to update you as it's in my head and as quick as I can, driving from reflexology, which I'm having to boot my fertility. So I need to keep my eyes on the road. It's very, very busy here at the moment. People are trying to do lastminute.com just in case we do have to go and close down or lock down for 4 weeks, which is suggested at the moment for this COVID-19, which is horrendous. So yeah, all a bit worrying and scary times. So anyhow, I last updated you just for a few minutes when I was 17 DPO, and I said to you guys I don't feel like testing because I pretty much don't think I am pregnant. Symptom wise, I had a lot of stretching and it was around the 15-16 DPO mark. I thought it looked hopeful, you know, because I did feel niggly, as in ovulation pains, late on the 13th day. We baby danced on the 12th day, the 14th day, the 15th day. So, you know, if I ovulated on the 13th, perhaps I didn't catch the egg, or perhaps the egg wasn't good quality, or perhaps it just wasn't my time in the lap of the gods. There's lots of, you know, theories. Like we know, ovulation takes 12 to 48 hours to happen. Perhaps I did ovulate day 13 and the sperm didn't last from day 12 and I didn't get it in the nick of time on the 14th. There is that one, which I hope that's the reason. I hope it's timing rather than any underlying issues. I don't feel ill. I feel at tip-top quality. I've never been so happy as in my marriage and my life, and I'm not stressed other than the woes and ways of every day. You know, obviously this COVID-19 is horrendous. Being a busy mum of 5 is horrendous, and I'm still trying to do a bit of work for Aaron. So it's all very busy and hectic, but that's about the only stresses I have, which I'm very lucky. You know, there are people who are worried now about how they're going to feed their children and things. I'm so lucky that I haven't got that problem, so I'm very fortunate and comfortable. So stressful wise, no, I don't think that's why I didn't get pregnant. I do just think it was probably timing. So symptom wise, going back to that, I had hot flashes, which can correspond to ovulation and PMT. I had bloatiness, loads of bloatiness, a bit more than often, but then again that can be water retention a bit that you get ovulation and PMS. And I got yellow CM. It dried up a bit probably a few days ago, but I did have quite a lot of CM. So CM 100%, bloatiness definitely, and I was tired and moody. But I am moody a couple of days before my period anyhow, but I was tired, more tired than usual. But I do think it's because we're all, as parents, trying to take the worry off our children. We're also worried about our jobs because my husband's self-employed. He's very busy at the moment, touch wood, because people need heating and hot water. That's a necessity as far as we're concerned over here, but people will keep their dripping taps and radiators for another day. It's not important. So yes, we're busy, but things are a little bit slower. So obviously people who are working are worried about their jobs and worried about how they're going to pay bills. I totally get that. But yeah, so symptom wise, tiredness, yes, bit of stress going on, but not much. But symptom wise, which I could have thought was maybe pregnancy, was definitely yellow CM, flashes of hotness, bloatiness, tiredness and moodiness. But they were the 5 ones that hit me. Now if I was pregnant, usually by a week after a positive pregnancy test, that's when sickiness would kick in, and that sort of, I get extra saliva and a little bit metallic-y sometimes. They're little ones that do hit me, and sore boobs occasionally. Not great, but a little niggle. And I didn't have niggly boobs. I didn't have super thirstiness. I didn't have The only time I did feel a bit icky was last week at a singing group, my little sing-alongs group that I do with my little girl. I felt a little bit icky, as in I said to my friend I could be pregnant because I feel a little bit like nothing, I don't fancy anything in particular to eat today, and the thought of food is a bit like making me a bit so I thought that might be a good sign, but that was like a few days before I should have taken a pregnancy test. So my friend was like, that's way too early to feel sick. I went, yeah, it is. It normally doesn't hit me till week 6, 7, the sickiness anyway, and I would only be, at that point I'd have only been 4 weeks. So symptom wise, 5 main things there, but that could easily correspond to ovulation and PMS. I definitely ovulated because I felt niggly on my left hand side, which was opposite to last month. I definitely had all my temperature rising, and that I can do just by how I know I'm ovulating. My pain wasn't on like an 8 or a 10 like it sometimes is, it was more on a 4 or 5. And my period, I'm day 2 today, cycle 2, and I'm heavy, and I'm always heavy for 2 days. It's nothing that's making me think, oh my God, I've got something like menopause or, you know, or polycystic ovary, nothing like that. It's not flagging alarm bells or thyroid issues or anything like that, or fibroids, anything like that for me. This is a normal period for me. It's normal colour. It starts off a little bit browny and dirty for about 2-3 hours and very light, and then it just goes to a normal red flow period, and that is exactly what I get. If my battery runs out, I will definitely re-record and tag it on because I'm on low battery at the moment. But yeah, so my period's day 2, still heavy. I do have to wear a tampon, which I hate wearing, in the day, as well as a very extra big towel just while I'm out and about the first 2 days of my period, and then I just go to a nice thick towel at night. I have done the washable towels, they're good, but the first 2 days of my period I do need a bit of backup, belt and braces I like to call it. But I should be, if all goes well, 2 heavy days, 1 to 2 medium days, and then 5th day spitty spotty. So yeah, apart from being 7 days late, which is totally out of the blue for me, never happened before. Like I say, I think I was 5 or 6 days late back in October 2018 when I'd given up breastfeeding, and just before when I started trying for a baby. I had a lot of hormones going. I had low iron and I was giving up breastfeeding, and I did have a late period, which I got going by reflexology, vitamin C and a hot pad compress, because I knew I wasn't pregnant because I hadn't tried for a baby that month. So I just wanted my period to start. Whereas if your period's late and you don't know if you're pregnant or not, do not do hot pads and vitamin C. You want to definitely wait another week and do a pregnancy test before you do any of that, because that will bring on a miscarriage. So I knew I wasn't pregnant because I hadn't been trying that month. That's why I had loads of reflexology, loads of hot compresses and loads of vitamin C, and it did get it started. After 4 days of doing that, it came. So I've only ever had 1 late period, so I'm regular as clockwork normally, so I'm okay with that. And I'm still having reflexology. I've just had it now and I've booked in for Thursday, but as from Friday we might all be in lockdown, so I might just have to do a little bit of self reflexology myself, which I do know there's certain lines I can manipulate. But yeah, I'm upbeat because I'm positive, because Vashti saw a fire sign baby. If I was pregnant last cycle, cycle 14, it would have had to be late, the baby. And she did say at the reading, I'm not sure it's going to be late, Ingrid. So that's what made her a bit concerned that I wasn't pregnant. It was me sort of thinking, well, I've got to be. But anyway, it falls bang on a fire sign if I fall cycle 15, which is this. So I'm very hopeful for this month. I've got the doctors on Friday to discuss my iron tablets and everything anyway, so I will discuss if I need to do anything in place just in case. And my husband's got a chat with the doctor about fertility, if he can up any vitamins or anything, but he's trying to lose a bit of weight at the moment just to get a bit fitter, and he's on a prenatal, lots of fluids and cutting caffeine, and I'm just not drinking alcohol. I don't drink much caffeine. It's about 3 caffeine drinks a week. So I'm really hopeful, ladies and guys who's watching me, please send your baby dust and best wishes for me for cycle 15. And I think if I don't fall in the next 3 months, then I will start looking into something more than holistic. But at the moment, I'm really happy with just going with the flow, because I don't feel I'm out of it at the moment. I don't feel it's a no-go. I'm definitely ovulating, definitely having periods. Yes, I was 7 days late, but it's never happened before. So it's not like my periods are super heavy, super congealed blood. You know, it's not ringing alarm bells. They are regular periods, as in bleeding time. And if I had another late period, or clots or anything like that, I would be a bit like, damn, what's happening? But at the moment, my periods are completely standard and I'm happy. So I will get back to you in my 2-week wait. If not, I will update on Instagram. Thanks for watching. Please remember to subscribe, and I love you all. Thank you. Bye. Hi guys, just a really quick tag on. I didn't mean horrendous with my children. That's not something I actually meant. That was just like saying that the horrendous sort of stresses of everyday life is kicking everybody where it hurts at the moment. So please don't tag it, oh, horrendous with children, why have another one? I didn't mean that. I just meant obviously the strains of trying to ease their minds is very tough at the moment. So I just thought I'd say that, because I know there's going to be a few of you thinking, if she thinks her children are horrendous, why bloody go and have another one? I didn't think that. Love you all. Bye.